Before we take questions, Paige just wanted to address you guys.
Well, first of all, missed you guys genuinely. Hope everyone had a great offseason. There is something that I wanted to address, and I only plan on addressing it once. So if we continue to get asked about it, we will refer to this moment in time, or we will use this time to deflect and talk about our teammates. Quite frankly, I believe me and AZ's personal relationship is nobody's business but our own. And what we choose to share is completely up to us. But as media members, I understand you guys have a job to do, and you guys have to ask questions about the basketball aspect of it, so that's what I will be addressing today. Me and AZ have always been the most professional. We've always conducted ourselves as such, and we've never let anything that happens off the court carry onto the court. That's what we continue to do. And I'm not entirely sure if this is new to media members, to social media, to new people who are watching the WNBA or women's basketball in general, but me and AZ are not new to this. We've been doing this for a long time. We have countless reps at it. We have a lot of experience with it, so we will continue to use that experience to show up and be professionals, great teammates, great leaders, the hardest workers, and continue to show up and do our job and help the Dallas Wings win basketball games. To add on to that, AZ Fudd was the #1 draft pick because she earned it, and it had nothing to do with me and everything to do with who she is as a human being, who she is as a basketball player, her resilience, her strength, and her career best year at UConn. So AZ is her great individual person, her own great individual person, and she should be celebrated as such. And now that we got that out of the way, I would love to talk basketball.
Thank you.
Jasmine.
Jasmine on NTX Radio. Last season, there was a period of time with a lot of injuries, and it was like you, JJ, and Isaiah leading the charge. What did you learn from that time period that has impacted your approach to leadership and your role on the team this season?
Yeah, just that experience and years matter in this league, but also just being a dog and having that mentality of next woman up. And Zaza and JJ did a tremendous job of that. They weren't in the rotation at the beginning of the year, and they embraced that role. They were the last ones to leave the gym. They were constantly working, just waiting for their number to be called, and they were ready. And that's what this league is all about. It's about staying ready, waiting for your opportunity, waiting for your number to be called, and they just embraced that, and they were fearless. They had a relentless attitude, and so to be around that and to be around that mentality and those relentless workers is what you aspire to have on every single team. So just to be able to be fearless and wait for your time, embrace it when your number's called, and once you get that opportunity, don't look back.
Dorothy, go ahead.
If your game had a theme song, what would it be, and what emoji describes your game?
Oh,
I've
gosh.
had some great ones today.
Yeah, theme song for
Your game.
my game.
I've had Rocky, Beyonce.
Honestly, probably like some "Thank You for It All" by Marvin Sapp. Every time I get to put on that uniform and play basketball, just a sense of gratitude. So that, and then emoji, I would say the fire emoji.
Okay, thank you.
Maya, go ahead.
Yeah, it's been really exciting. I feel like, especially in the past couple of years, I've only been here, this is my second year here, but seeing the investment that the Dallas Wings organization has had for its players, for the staff, for all the improvements around, even UTA, updating UTA, but then having our own practice facility, I feel like that's the next step for every organization who hasn't done it yet. And it's really important just to be able to have that space where we can, for us women, a lot of it too in the WNBA is about recovery. So having our own space to have recovery tools and having our own space to come in and shoot and do whatever it takes to get better, I think it's really important. But again, the Dallas Wings have done a great job of investing. The front office has done a really good job of making those improvements and putting their money where their mouth is.
Great, go ahead.
What did you learn about playing with Enrique last season, and then just what excites you about building on that relationship with the new pieces of this team?
Yeah, just, obviously, having watched Enrique growing up and watching her in the WNBA, she's just a bucket, and she's one of the best scorers in the league. But for her, being her being able to sacrifice and share, me coming in and taking that role of like being a scorer, being a playmaker, her being able to sacrifice and just being willing and able to accept me as a teammate. It meant a lot to me just for her to embrace me and just really accept me for who I am. And I'm really excited. I know we talked about it a lot in the offseason, how we just want to win, and whatever that looks like on any given night, that's what the best teams do, is sacrifice and are selfless. And for her to be one of the best guards in the league and embrace the people around her, having 2 number 1 picks back-to-back being guards, and her really just stepping up in that leadership role too, just using her voice, instilling confidence within us, and us being all on the same page about winning, and that's what we want to do. I'm really excited for the future with Reek.
Landon, go ahead.
Paige, you joined Dallas with Isaiah, and she's getting a lot of attention during training camp on her development. What are your thoughts on it? What's your assessment on how far she's grown?
Yeah, I'm really excited for Zah. I think it's going to be a big breakout year for her. I think, again, last year we talked about her waiting for her turn, and every single opportunity she got, she took advantage of it, and she made the most of it. And then being with her a lot during the offseason at Unrivaled, it was a lot of fun just to be in the same building every single day, knowing that we weren't on the same team at Unrivaled, but we're all working for the same goal of getting better for the WNBA too, and just seeing her put so much time and effort into her mind and her body and getting better on the court as well. I know she's worked extremely hard, and she deserved to come into this training camp extremely confident. I'm sure if you watch Unrivaled every single time again where she got the opportunity to join the team and play, she excelled. So that's just what she does. She steps up to every challenge. She works extremely hard. She's got a great head on her shoulders, and I expect great things from her, and I know the sky's the limit, and I have the utmost confidence in her.
Tim, go ahead.
Yeah, Tim Calishaw, Dallas Morning News. Paige, does the new CBA and more money coming in from players feel like it's giving the league a legitimacy it didn't have, or it raised that level? There was a time players made more money than now. Players can make a lot of money. I think it makes people take it a little more seriously.
I think the league honestly should have always been taken seriously, and I feel like the money is starting to reflect that, but I feel like the play, the people who paved the way in this league 30 years ago, there was always a legitimacy to the league, and it always should be taken seriously. And we just pour so much into our craft that it's nice to be rewarded for it, and it's because of the people who paved the way. When the money didn't reflect that, it is because of them that we have the opportunities that we have today, and why the negotiations this year were future forward as well for the next generation. And the negotiations were based on the growth that we think is going to reflect that. So, all that to say, I think there always should have been a seriousness about it. Yeah, I think just first and foremost, I think my goal heading into every season is how can I be the best teammate and leader that I can be, and how can I show up every single day at work and take it super seriously and be consistent and disciplined in my effort, my energy, my communication, and controlling the things that I can control, and just pouring everything into this organization and trying to help the Dallas Wings win basketball games. And obviously, you, as a basketball player, you think big picture, playoffs, championship, but you can't reach the playoffs, you can't win a championship if you don't win the day in front of you. So it's just getting better every single day in the weight room, getting better every single day in the training room, getting better every single day on the court, and really trying to maximize the day, I think, is the main goal.
Hey, Paige, good morning. Going to Real Talk Sports. You mentioned the fire emoji being how you would describe your game. When you think back to when you first started playing real basketball, what's the moment you kind of decided basketball player you wanted to be?
Growing up watching the Minnesota Lynx and the dynasty that they created, and then growing up wanting to go to UConn, everything that I aspired to be was around winning and a competitive fire. So I think that's where the fire emoji comes from, just the passion, the joy, and just, like I said, the competition level. I grew up watching the Minnesota Lynx and the Sparks face each other, and they were going at each other's neck, but it was all out of respect and love for the game. So I think that's kind of where it comes from. Marissa.
So we know you can score, we know you got stronger, we know you got tanning good. So what else did you find tune in your game?
Yeah, just I think finishing. I've tried to work more on my left hand. I'm still working on it, still a work in progress. I got to find the confidence to continue to use that left hand, but also off the dribble three-point shooting. I feel like that's a threat coming off a screen, just being able to rise and shoot right off of that. And then just creatively finding different ways to get to my spot. And then to like, not a basketball skill necessarily that you can work on the court, but being vocal and finding confidence in using my voice and being a vocal leader. And the last one around.
Paige, successful rookie campaign, despite, not going to the playoffs. But what would the expectation look like for you in your second year, trying to go as a player in the WNBA?
Yeah, again, I'm not really huge on expectations. Just never getting too high, never getting too low. Just to not set a ceiling to yourself. And just like I talked about before, just being the best every single day, like waking up and winning that day, winning that possession, winning where I am. I feel like I've just really embraced that. Like today's media day, just being the best version of myself at media day. Tomorrow's training camp day, so waking up and trying to be the best version of myself I can be at training camp. So just really enjoying the new people around, building new great relationships, building experiences. Like some of the best experiences last year were off the court where we just hung out and played card games and hung out at the pool and had 4th of July together where we cooked and grilled. So just really enjoying those moments and soaking it all up because I'm still living in my childhood dream.